quick introduction. My name is Keith Hartman. I am our vice president for our distribution side of the Kaivac business. I know I speak for everybody here at Kaivac in saying that we are extremely excited about the partnership with Triple S. Our company was founded on the independent distributor who is willing to go out and fight for the business each and every day. And so, that's what was, exciting to us as we started the discussions of partnering with Triple S. So again, we're excited about this opportunity to speak to you today and kind of build on some longstanding relationships that we have had actually with some Triple S members prior to joining with Triple S. And we hope today we start some of those new relationships and begin to build out our Kaivac tribe. For those that are interested outside of this call, I will be sending you my contact information to facilitate opting in to the Kaivac program and what all that means and entails. But the one thing that I want to highlight is for those that opt into the Kaivac program, we have put together, and Isaiah, if you'll put up on the screen for me the dates, a dedicated Kaivac boot camp for Triple S members. Those dates are March 17th and 18th. And our boot camp is really to do two things: to teach people the value of Kaivac and why we think we're relevant to both you as the distributor and your end users. But more importantly, we talk about the art of the demo and the value of understanding how to portray innovation and inject innovation into your customers. So it's a day-and-a-half course. It is heavy hands-on, as you see in those photos that are on the screen. We really teach people the fundamentals of running the equipment, not to get results, but to get sales. And so we're excited. We have several of the leaders from Triple S joining us for this first boot camp. So we want to fill it up with a bunch of new opportunities. So more information to come, but your participation in joining into the Kaivac program gets you one complimentary attendee to that boot camp. All right, so outside of that, I'm going to turn it over to Mike Perazzo, who is our Chief Growth Officer. Mike is in our Kaivac Live studio, is what we call it. It's the place that each and every day we talk about the Kaivac brand in many different applications, and I don't want to steal his thunder, but Mike's going to kind of walk us through, again, why we believe Kaivac might be advantageous for you and your distributorship. So I'll turn it over to you, Mike.
Thanks, Keith. Can you hear me okay, everyone? Quick thumbs up. That. We're good? Okay, great. Well, welcome. We're thrilled that you guys are here, and we're talking about value creation, and the importance of cleaning has never really been higher in our industry. Despite all the changes that have happened with how customers get serviced and how distribution is set up and how manufacturers are operating, our clients are still demanding new innovation, new ideas, new ways to tackle big problems. And so the importance of a cleaning message is really important for the Triple S network because it really helps us leverage the power of partnership. We want to help enable you to be that consultant for your client. We want you to be able to share new ideas in an innovative way to really begin getting your customers thinking about their challenges, but more importantly, selecting products and services that you guys offer to solve those problems and begin driving better, safer, healthier outcomes. Now, one of the ways you have to do that is to evaluate what's out there. And one of the ways that we're going to do that successfully together, of course, the traditional sales meeting, of course, the traditional in-field demo support. But what we have found is technology has allowed us to speak to more people in a cost-effective manner and let them kind of evaluate the equipment in a fun, interactive way. Kind of how you guys are enjoying this today. We've got a lot of business owners in from all over the country, but we're able to come in this little time period and get educated and begin taking value from the presentation. The theme of this is to show you a little bit about the studio, but like Kaivac at its heart, it exists for the worker, for those who do the work. And so worker empowerment is a big theme for us. And we think we're the ultimate door opener for you, the distributor and the DSR, to help really implement systems, not products, but total operating systems to produce better, faster, cleaner, healthier results, no matter who the client is. The ultimate goal is for you guys to help your customers evolve to generate higher cleaning outcomes. To do that, we have to embrace technology. And Kaivac is bringing some traditional things that you may be aware of, but our product line is continuing to expand. And it's imperative that we bring value to you, the network, right? And we help you and educate you on how to provide the best talking points, demonstration, or experience. Give you that differentiated message to continue to stand out and compete. Embrace what we know or hear that you guys want to be is that true consultant, but more importantly, an agent of change. And the way we do that is by being stronger together. You guys taking what we have, making it your own, and then satisfying either existing or new customers that you want to approach with our products. Our goal here is to help you be more productive. We want you to be able to plant the seeds of innovation in the hearts and minds of customers faster. And if we do our job correctly, we should be opening new opportunities to penetrate deeper into your existing business. But where I get excited is also opening new businesses. All of you have the challenge to grow your business and continue to achieve more, driving gross profit, driving volume, and really protecting yourself from all of the heavy competition that surrounds you. The way we're going to do that is to create tremendous value. And frankly, I think some of that is missing in our industry right now. Everybody can get things people cheap and fast, but can we train, implement, and handhold that end user experience to drive the true, everlasting, sustainable value? And what I'm banking on is if we can do that better together, we're going to have a happier customer base. They're going to buy more items from us, and they're going to have a bigger lifetime value because we took those extra steps to show them new ideas, to train them, and to be part of that implementation process. So anytime we're in the studio early on, as you're getting to know us, we or some of my other subject matter experts do the heavy lifting of the show and tell. And why that's fun is I want you to watch some of our technology. I'm in a live functioning studio, and we can make this interactive where we're talking about traditional no touch, which we'll show today, but show new types of equipment that are solving problems, but get really specific. You know, my camera can punch in and say, hey, why would I want a unit like this that can do basically carpet and hard surface all on one operating system? I'm teaching people what their experience is going to be like as an end user, that, you know, we're here in an upright position, and the documents and the training and the process is all here. And we begin to get this kind of knowledge and understanding of the product line, and we just keep moving and solving more products. Some of you may have food service customers. Some may need alternatives to mopping or autonomous or scrubbers. The point is, our product line can be very, very flexible to meet the needs of your clients. And we create that experience in here in our studio so that your sales manager and your DSRs feel empowered. And if they don't, they lean on my team to help get them there. If we go through a few of these presentations, it doesn't take too long to learn what makes Kaivac special. We create systems for the user that essentially, in different ways, are going to apply solution, offer agitation when and where we need it. We're going to rinse all the bad stuff down to the floor, and we're going to vacuum extract. So we're actually not selling product, we're selling a cleaning philosophy known as high flow fluid extraction. So we're going to start with that today because we're not going to boil the whole ocean. The whole point of coming to boot camp is to get a deep, intimate understanding of the product line, or to schedule an individual call. If you know right away, hey, this is something that my client would like, I need to learn more about it, well, we'll schedule that call. But let's show you what's possible here. On the no-touch line, This is really what made Kaivac famous, right? The 1750 body style. It's kind of the sweet spot for us. But as we've gone into more markets in K through 12 and other facilities like quick serve restaurants, maybe small convenience stores, size became an issue. What I want you guys to see and feel is that there's flexibility in this line. But from an experience standpoint, what we do is very cool. We're going to use a machine that's going to allow the end user to not have to touch anything. And so we can go completely change the cleaning experience by delivering chemistry differently. So there's a consumable that's a part of every equipment we sell. We sell chemistry, and we teach people how to apply that chemistry in a precise manner. Rapidly saturate fixtures, floors, walls, showers. But I hope what you're seeing is my method is very different. I'm not down on my hands and knees. I'm not using wipers and rags. I'm not interacting with the germs, odors, and the bacteria. I'm essentially getting to stand back in a productive, safe environment and actually maybe make cleaning a little bit fun. And we think that's important because one of the most important areas to win is the restroom. So as a distributor, I'm standing in a room that probably has maybe 40 SKUs that are available if I can bundle this whole thing. Towel, tissue, soap, paper, can liners, urinal drips, deodorizers, urinal screens, urinal mats, cleaning products. We could be selling disinfectants, anything that you want to do. We've got to own this space. It's the #1 building maintenance complaint, and there's a lot of revenue that's available here. So we start to bundle and create super systems for cleaning operating systems. That's not just about Kaivac, but the other items that you sell successfully and putting that into an operating system. So that product has gone out. You know, today we're pretending it's just water, but I might want to offer agitation to this worker experience. I might need to get back behind the nuts and bolts. I may be interested in getting in these hot zones of breaking down soils. If it's a facility that's been mopped, I kind of want to remove the 5 o'clock shadow and the residue that tends to kind of build up in the grout lines. And I literally start changing the way custodians clean. I applied, I agitated, and now I'm going to rinse. So instead of being in a low pressure setting where I'm delivering chemistry in a real fanned out controlled way, I'm going to now come to high pressure. And now we begin to clean, flush, blast, and rinse what is really a labor intensive job, and we make it quick and easy and effective. We're essentially putting this environment through a car wash. And what we find is your customers are happier because their people are more willing to do this work. And that net outcome is a cleaner, safer, healthier facility for athletes, for students, for customers. And we begin to just embrace a new method of clean, which is we're all about pushing the bad stuff to the floor. I literally want everything down to the floor so that I can do what makes Kaivac unique. So whether you're running one of our restroom programs or you're running one of our floor care machines in the future, they're all going to finish with this final step, which is using a vacuum to lift the unwanted soils out of the facility. And so one of the cool things about what we have here is the separation. We have fresh that can come out, a lot of water that can let us do a lot of cleaning without stopping. This is where the productivity comes in. A contamination tank that's going to recover the unwanted soils. We're not going to push soils around with mop, buckets, wipers, and rags. We're going to suck it up off the floor. And when we're done, we're going to drop those soils down the drain, get them out of the building, and have a successful cleaning win. Well, that all happens with high flow fluid extraction. And so as a consultant, I'm teaching a better way of removing soil. Yes, it happens to be a Kaivac, but the methodology is about using powerful vacuums that leave floors clean, safe, and dry. Now, you won't be able to see everything on the video So I'm going to have a little bit of fun with you guys. I'm going to drop a little breakfast smoothie so that the camera can pick up the contamination. And this is fun for us when we have clients that we're educating, is look at how quickly we can make light work of what would have been a nightmare to potentially mop or flat mop. Now I have a floor that's clean, safe, and dry and without residue. And as the worker, I maintain this operating position of being upright, lightweight equipment that allows me to do this job in half the time. And so as you're starting to wrap your mind around who Kaivac is, we're an innovative company that's approaching cleaning in a different way. We have big, we have medium, we have small, and then we start going out to other products that do other things. Maybe we're not going to focus on spraying and washing everything down. Maybe we want to control the flow of our liquid through a floor cleaning machine. All things that we can learn about later on. But I have like 6 pieces of equipment out here. And what I want you guys to take from all of it is the finishing step is the vacuuming. It's the removal. And so as a consultant, we begin to create energy around this concept of finding areas with your customers who are mopping, who are leaving soils behind, who would like to do it better, faster, cheaper. And we get a configuration of a machine to do that at a price point that works for everyone. And that's why we've been so successful, is we're starting to tackle not just the restroom, shower, and locker room, we're also going after some of these other products. And as a DSR, you're going to be completely comfortable bringing your client in because we're going to have a controlled, precise experience. So some of you guys may want to take Dan, who's on our call, I'll have him wave on the front screen, and Pat. They are typically bringing clients in and they're saying, hey, if you have a restroom challenge, come take a look at what we can do. And what happens there is some energy is created that says, you know what, Scott, I see you on the right side of my screen. That was pretty cool what we showed. How do I learn more about that? How do I get maybe a product demo, or how do I get a price quote on that? And we begin pushing some sales energy your direction because we disarmed that client, we educated them, we gave them a voice, they got to watch, but we respected their time and yours so that you guys can be more productive in your day. So I think the future is very bright for us to lean into technology, to educate one another, to help better serve this industry who right now is feeling a little lost, right? They don't all want to buy out of a catalog. They don't all want to just go online and buy. Many customers value the interaction and the consultation, and I think Triple S is going to really probably be highly disruptive if they continue on their mission to be there for their clients in a way that some of the other larger conglomerates are not. And so I think this is a very exciting time, and I want to open it up to any questions that you guys may have had, but you're in great hands with Keith, Dan, Pat. I think Keith Lauer will be on here from our West Coast, and we're just thrilled to get back to basics with some distributors that want to do some of the things that I talked about. So Keith, I'll send it back to you in case I missed something that you wanted.
Sorry, I didn't unmute myself there, Mike. Great job. Just kind of viewing the chat here. I don't have any questions, but Isaiah, I believe we have opened the mics for all of the attendees. Mike, can you confirm that for me?
We did. We're good. So if people
Yep.
want to just open up for a minute, we have plenty of time to do that.
Yeah. While that's happening, there is a question that just came through from Ryan. Is there a way to roughly gauge how many square feet or how much fixture a 1250 can clean in one tank versus the 1750?
Yeah, absolutely. So those are called our Kai Wizards, and those are available tools on our website where we pop in key information, and it's a pre-populated spreadsheet that talks about the average water usage, and it takes into consideration toilet, sinks, urinals, and the floor space to generate that kind of activity. So when we're making buying decisions, we're making informed decisions. Do I really need 17 gallons? No, I need 8. Well, then don't overspend for 17, bring 12. But if I have too many fixtures or my labor set up a different way, let that calculator guide you to what's best going to serve that client. That's an awesome question. Those tools are going to start being a part of our ongoing learning together. We're going to make it so that you guys have access to that stuff. And when you're not sure right now, we're just going to raise our hand and get with our key people, and we can get that stuff over to you right away until like our whole formal package is put together. But those tools absolutely exist. Great first question. Anybody else?
Next one that came in from Brett. Can you quickly touch again on Triple S demo session in March, how to sign up and what the agenda will be like? I'll take that one, Mike. So the boot camp is March 17th and 18th. It's a day and a half session. We'll have you travel in on that Monday. It'll be full day on Tuesday. We go to about 2 o'clock on that Wednesday. The theme of the boot camp is really centered around getting sound on why Kaivac is relevant. So we teach you about the organization, less about the company, but more about the methodology that Mike has been preaching on why we believe we're different and the product is different. But then we spend 3/4 of the time in the studio getting people hands-on equipment, all of the stuff that Mike was walking past. We actually physically teach them the demo. On day 2, we start the morning with what we call teach back. So they demo all the equipment throughout day 1, and then they teach it back to us to make sure that they've got that learning on day 2. So there's some sales fundamentals that are taught, but predominantly we get into, again, what we call the art of the demo, because we know that it has to be shown typically for it to be won. And we want people to be very, very comfortable in talking and presenting Kaivac.
The only thing I would add to that, Keith, is there's also, how do I retrain? So we know you're going to sell equipment. If you put it out there, it's going to be sold. How do we create a great training experience and arm you with the tools, whether it's our app, our video, our studio? But there's going to be times you're going to want to be on the ground, and someone in your location is going to want to be educated and capable of doing a presentation or a demo or a training session. And so that's not lost on us. So when we send a sales manager or an ops person, we want to send those people back with great knowledge and skill to be able to do kind of what I did, just on a more detailed, bigger picture. So hopefully that helps, Brett. Anyone else? You guys feel free to open your microphone. You don't have to use the chat. We're pretty informal here. Okay. And again, if you guys are thinking about things or things come up after this call, we want to make sure that you can get in touch with your support people. Sometimes an idea will hit you after you've had a chance to kind of sit back and process this. So no sweat on that. Keith, where would you like to go next?
Yeah, what I think the net of the outcome of this call is I'm going to send an email to all the participants from today, just introducing myself. As Mike mentioned, we have the 3 regional directors that kind of cut up the country for us and support our distribution network. Dan Parker handles kind of the East Coast from Florida all the way up into the New England area. You've got Pat Purcell, who handles kind of the Midwest or mid-central part of the country, and then Keith Lauer handles the West Coast. I'll ultimately, if you are interested, get you connected to them. But for now, I want to be involved early on. I'll get you to the right individual. So I'll be introducing myself after this call, giving you my contact information, and then we will quickly get you connected to the right people to facilitate getting you onboarded with Kaivac. Mike, I don't know that there's anything else. Maybe just one more time for questions. Brett, if there's anything that we were missing that you were hoping to accomplish, but if not, we don't want to need to hold anybody longer than necessary. And just appreciate the time this afternoon. And honestly, we look forward to working with each of you and building this partnership together.
Yeah, there's nothing else that I want to add on my end other than the fact that this webinar will be recorded and added to our members portal by the end of the day. So if you want to share it with your teams, rewatch it, anything like that. We'll have that up probably by the end of today. So
That's great.
I would say this, Keith, as people are processing, if you kind of already know that you're interested and you think this is something that you want, I think, Keith, we should talk about letting maybe some of the individual houses schedule a time to come in, maybe do a deeper dive, make ourselves available to maybe a broader audience. This is really just a kickoff to let you know that this can happen. But we have no problem scheduling individual distributorships for, we can pre-create an agenda. You can ask specific questions. We could demonstrate maybe a piece of equipment that you're curious about. We're going to bend over backwards to make sure that you guys have everything you need to make an informed decision. Keith can run point on that. He has access to our training calendar. It's as easy as us sending you a link. We can handle as many people as you want. And then hopefully we build that trust together to start having some sessions, whether it's private or by group, with end user customers, but a ways to go there. But I just want everybody to know that this is available to you now. And if you know that you're interested and you want to dig in deeper faster, just reach out to Keith and we'll accommodate that time in the schedule to get you guys what you need or what you're curious about.
Okay. Well, thanks everyone for the time. Look forward to interacting with you here in the near future. And again, excited about the partnership with Triple S. So thank you very much.